Good evening and welcome to the Newshour Agenda. I'm Madhavdas G. Viewers, it's Tariq pe Tariq for Vijay's film Jana Nayagan. Today, the Apex Court of India also refused to intervene. As far as the makers are concerned, they had approached the Supreme Court and were seeking clearance by the Central Board for Film Certification or the Censor Board. But Team Vijay got a supreme setback. Questioning the blistering pace, in fact, the court had directed the team to the Madras High Court and asked them to wait for the division bench's hearing on the 20th of January. The question that comes to mind is that is it procedure or politics that's behind this delay? Because the DMK has called cbfc a political tool of the BJP, just like the CBI, IT and ED. DMK and TVK's political rival in Tamil Nadu, not just the ruling party, has claimed that this shows that BJP is after Vijay. Either NDA is in talks with Vijay for an electoral alliance or the talks have failed. Is this an attempt to coerce him? Is a question that they are asking. That's the politics of it. Let's not talk about the timeline. In December 18th last year, the makers had applied for a CBFC certificate. The CBFC had suggested some changes. The makers accepted those and submitted the revised version to the CBFC on December 24th. On the 5th of January this year, the makers received a communication from the CBFC that the film has been referred to the revising committee. On the 9th, the film was supposed to be released. The matter then reaches the High Court. On January 9th, the single-judge bench directed the CBFC to issue a certificate, but it was challenged by the CBFC and the order was stayed. The producers then approached the Supreme Court, and today, the Supreme Court refused to entertain the plea, saying that the Madras High Court's division bench is scheduled to hear the matter on the 20th of January. Now, the filmmakers say that the film is a perishable commodity. Over 5,000 theatres were booked, and it's an industry practice to announce the date before the CBFC clearance. The team Jana Nayagan has also claimed that this is all done for a single reason. Hence, we ask, is it politics or procedure that's behind this delay? Before I open up this debate, listen into the war of words.
It is very clear that the BJP is after Vijay. See, Vijay could be our political opponent as he claims, but what is important to note is that DMK will always stand for freedom of speech. Like my chief minister says, after ED, CBI, income tax, censor board has also become the wing of the BJP party. So either they are in talks with Vijay, or the talks have failed. Now they want to arm twist him.
Vijay has done some under the table dealing with BJP. So if Vijay's film is under pressure, definitely his fans are not going to let him down. But when it is the last film, Vijay wants to make some undue political games in this film, having some under the table dealing with BJP.
It looks as if the chief minister is shedding crocodile tears. First, he must understand that both Mr. Amit Shah and Mr. Modi have more important things to deal with than this particular Sinish. I doubt whether they know that there's a film called Jana Nayagan in which Mr. Vijay is acting all this. I think they'll be totally ignorant about this itself. This is too small a trivial an issue for them.
You're watching the News Hour at 10, debate number 1 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
Across to our guest now joining us. S.S. Sriram is a political analyst who's with us. We have Nandakumar, political analyst, who in fact also has joined us. He leans towards the TVK. We have Advocate Aleem Al-Buhari, State General Secretary of the Youth Congress Tamil Nadu. And my first question is to Harish Mohammed Ibrahim, political analyst. Harish Mohammed Ibrahim, if it is a court order that we're looking at in the case of the Supreme Court, that we're looking at in the case of the High Court, and it's not the first time. Very often, Supreme Court sends back petitioners whose matters are pending before the High Court, saying let the matter be heard there, and then we'll listen to the matter if you have any problem with the final order. If that is what has happened in this case, how is the central government involved?
Central government involved with its due process, which has been stalled. Even for the same matter, December 18th was 2 films have been submitted. One is Parashakti and the next one is Jana Nayagan. But having said that, whether the Jana Nayagan gets it due, no, because there have been a talk by the BJP's high command in the Tamil Nadu's political arena to bring back the TVK into their own alliance, which was not happening, is what we heard of. So they want to do it with the CBFC stalling. As we know that it is not an institutional body. Whatever the institution which is being constituted as an autonomous body is not happening with a pure autonomy in the BJP government for the last 12 years is what we have been seeing. All through the day, even the TVK, the same process with the CBFC stalling has been happening just for the pure political thing. Having said that, whether the DMK is opposing it, of course it will oppose, even if the TVK is going to stand against a DMK in its own way. We want to make sure that there is no kind of oppression in any form, whether it is on...
SS Sriram, respond to that. This is Centre strong-arming Vijay because they want to bring him into the alliance. Respond to what the DMK has been saying.
No, the hiring big names will never get you results. I mean, it's content that matters. I mean, this is a very, very trivial issue. I mean, movie is no big deal. No one is going to die if they don't see a movie. And please let the affected parties be Mr. Vijay or let the producers. Why don't they openly say that we are being vindicated or we are being victimized that by not allowing this movie for obvious reasons? Now, both the parties have not opened their mouth, neither they have come on the channels. Why do they do this shadow boxing? Why can't they be open and say if there is a problem because of the government? What does the government earn by holding on to this movie? It doesn't matter. Now, I was surprised to see Ali Buhari's statement today, just a few seconds ago. I mean, all of these people were in his office. Chakravarti, the point man for Mr. Rahul Gandhi, met him twice, and they are always been talking. Today, Ali Buhari is playing a different tone, different note. If he has agreed to it, then he would have blamed the BJP. Now he's blaming Vijay. I mean, government has got nothing to do with it. And if you all can't have the patience for the High Court to hear and give a direction because of your ego, because of you all think that we can do what we want, I think the Supreme Court has very clearly, beautifully, have set an example saying matters have to be heard in the lower court before they come to Supreme Court. So it's a learning that people will do, and this movie is no big deal for the BJP or the government in arm twisting Vijay. I don't take this at all.
Right. And Advocate Alim Al-Buhari, you must respond to what Sriram is saying because, you know, your party leaders have a strange way of looking at things. You're calling a film such as Parashakti, which has been made by somebody very close to the DMK's powers that be, you're calling a film like that and demanding a ban on it and calling them that they have links with Sanghis. Is it made by the BJP or is it made by the DMK?
I'm sorry, you are actually discussing about Parashakti, I guess, right? If I'm right.
Parashakti, I mean, at the same time, you are asking for a ban on Parashakti. You are fighting for Jananayagan. You know, the point is that there are all sorts of contradictory stands that you are taking when it comes to films in Tamil Nadu.
No. Actually, you know, ban on Parashakti is not political. It's not the party stand here. It's not our party stand.
It's
but as far as Parashakti is concerned, you know, it stands against the Hindi imposition
of Congress party.
That's okay, but it is a matter of a state issue, right? That has to be addressed by our state president. That has to be issued as a statement by our state president. The point here is what, as far as my knowledge is concerned, let me be very clear. Parashakti is a film that talks about Hindi imposition. Now, who is doing that? So it is very clear. If we have to talk about the present, in the very beginning of the film itself, they have made it very clear that it is a fictional story. It is not based on any true incidents or anything. So they have made it very clear. It is a fictional story. But the point here, the point taken here is that we should...
No, but then why is the government clear it? If we agree to what you're saying,
the Hindi
you know, why would then the Central Board of Film Certification has cleared it? Where is the call for, or the question of asking for a ban then?
Yeah, that's okay, because, you know, the point here is central government and the CBFC, they always play, you know, hand and glove. I have seen it in the case of Kerala story. So the same they have done it in the case of Jana Nayagan, just to add some more glory to the last final picture of Vijay. What I have made, my claim is very clear. My claim is very clear that Vijay and BJP, they have made some dealing so that Vijay, the last and final picture of Vijay could be given some more, importance, because he cannot compete with the film called Parasakti.
What about the meeting of Praveen Chakravarti?
Hindi imposition.
What about the meetings of Praveen Chakravarti with Vijay? That is not dealing.
See, as far as Praveen Chakravarti is concerned, our leader, our party, our state president has given a very clear statement that the matter has been escalated to the high command. Actions will be taken against him. He had made it very clear. Then why we have to discuss about Praveen Chakravarti again? Praveen Chakravarti has made some condemnable remarks against the MNREGA as well. He has written in the Indian Express against the MNREGA that it is a failure model when it has been renamed by BJP. He had actually written in the New Indian Express as it is a failure model that has been disguised with some new name by BJP. In the Indian Express, the articles are very clear there. So as far as Praveen Chakravarti is concerned, our party president, Honorable Party President Selvar Perundagai has made a very clear statement that action will be taken against him. He had recommended that action should be taken against him to the party high command. So actions of Praveen Chakravarti won't be considered as action of our party, especially the TNCC here.
My dear sir, no action has been taken on Praveen Chakravarti so far. Whether it is about talking to Vijay, whether it was questioning the debt levels of Tamil Nadu, or whether it is other leaders who are now coming out to even question whether Congress should be part of the state government there and share in power with the DMK. There are many issues on which you are also not on the same page as far as your ally, the DMK, is concerned. It's not just Praveen Chakravarti. Many of your leaders have been speaking out in different tunes to the DMK.
No. The thing is very clear. When it comes about democracy, we have got all right to demand share in power. That's a different thing. Even our in charge and our party president, we are all on the same page. That doesn't matter. That is a different thing. But as far as alliance is concerned, that should be decided by the high command, and that should be directed through our PCC alone. No one can come and comment. No one can dent the alliance that is already going here.
No one can come and comment. Everybody is commenting. That's what I'm saying. Everybody under the sun is commenting. But let me get in a quick word before I bring in Nandakumar. Harish Mohammed Ibrahim, is alliance dharma being followed or not? Or is it a very convenient interpretation of alliance dharma that we are seeing in Tamil Nadu? Because what's happened in Bihar, we all have seen the result of that. Are we looking at a repeat in Tamil Nadu?
Yeah, of course, there will be loose cannons in every party. So we couldn't take those loose cannons as entire party structures or the party's frameworks to be, for that matter, is concerned. Having said that, the DMK has always stood by its thick and thin, along with the Congress. Right from its UPA 1 till the coalition has been carried out for almost 22 years now. So I don't think so Mr. Rahul Gandhi will be spinning to all these narratives which the loose cannons have been trying to set in regards to the coalitions. As we always had, the DMKs always have the founding principles where it states that in center there is a coalition policy and for state there is a single rule policy, which has been drafted during the inception of the DMK. So there is no second thought about it. Even the Congress or any party which is want to have the seat sharing or whatever it is, it should be decided by the DMK High Command and it will be decided during the elections. But having said that, there will be a single party rule in Tamil Nadu wherever and whenever the DMK is in power.
Okay,
so
let me come back to the issue at hand. There are many issues actually between the DMK and the Congress, but let me come back to the issue at hand, which is the film itself. And Mr. Nandakumar, let me begin by asking you, very clearly, the fact that the division bench was never, or the fact that the CBFC chairperson's January 6 order, which referred Jana Nayagan to the revising committee, was never challenged in the writ petition, and the division bench also noted this gap. Was this a deliberate attempt at trying to fail in the Supreme Court? Trying to perhaps garner some public sympathy? Because if you are so serious about winning this case, surely you would try to take advantage of every rule in the book.
Happy Pungal to you and all your viewers across the globe, Madhav. And Pungal is not just a festival for us, it's a heartbeat of the Tamil pride, wherein cinema unites all of us beyond our boundaries. And CBFC stalling of this movie, it's robbing fans of their tradition. And if you would have seen the timeline, what you have put already here, everybody knows CBFC is a statutory body. But what we are questioning is the procedural irregularity. And what everybody looks is that the CBFC's censorship should be lawful, transparent, and it should not be, and also it should be consistent. If the certification process is not consistent, it creates confusion. This is what happens. And even in the single bed judge PT Asha has clearly mentioned that the complaint of that individual is an afterthought and a malified note. Because this was clearly established in a earlier case in 2012, FA Picture International versus CBSE for the picture called Chand Buj Gaya, where the court quashed the arbitrary reviews and also emphasized the CBFC's chairperson's power is not an absolute one. So here, even the revising committee, what they are sending it, nobody is against that. But what everyone need is the reason why this has been sent to the revising committee. After this has come to the court of law, then they have been coming with the reasons. So earlier they have recommended that examining committee has recommended 27 cuts and some modification based on which the picture will be allotted UA certification.
No, but then why is the court not granting you relief?
recommendation,
If you have so much merit in your case, the court would have granted you relief by now. But that has not happened either in the High Court or in the Supreme Court.
No, the Supreme Court has no ban, no censorship or no adverse remarks on this movie or the producer. The Supreme Court has simply directed the Chennai High Court to decide on January 20th. And also you have to be very cognizant that the Supreme Court has not endorsed the CBFC's opacity. This is exactly the due process versus the opacity, what they are into. So,
Mr. Sriram, respond to that. Supreme Court has not come down heavily on the CBFC either. Respond to what's being stated here.
The Supreme Court came down heavily on them. But Mr. Nandakumar, he has not said that BJP or the government is against the release. I mean, all the while. He never said that. I mean, let him say so if the government is against the movie. So it has nothing to do with the movie coming out in open. So it is a question of following a principle, following as per procedural laws, or when they have a grievance, they go to the High Court. Just because the High Court in Tamil Nadu is on holiday and you are in a hurry and you want to go to Supreme Court, that is where the issue is. That is where the SC has said, no, go back to the Madras High Court. And let Mr. Nandakumar have any grievances on the government. Let him say so that it is the central government which is against the release of this movie. If he says, let him say so.
Mr. Nandakumar, is it under pressure from the centre that all this is happening, as Harish Mohammed Ibrahim and members of the DMK are saying?
No, we are questioning the CBFC's procedural irregularity, and also there is a speculation when Parashakti film crew, exclusively the hero, villain and some of the crew members of Parashakti has attended the Pungal celebration along with Mr. Modi in Minister L. Murugan's house. And this is adding fuel to the speculation what it is brewing among the fans and cadres of
So are
DMK.
you saying there is a DMK BJP alliance brewing? What are you trying to say?
No, this is, see, the CBFC, we believe in CBFC and we don't want it. Even Vijay has not yet politicized this one. Still, Vijay is a very law-abiding citizen and he wanted to take it to the court of law. That is why he has gone to the Chennai High Court, and also since it is so much of livelihoods, investments and huge things are involved in this, then they wanted to go to the Supreme Court. This clearly shows
Harish Mohammed Ibrahim, respond to that. Double
the
standards when it comes to Parashakti and Jananayagan. Why is it that, again we come back to the same question, why are the producers and the makers and the actors of Parashakti seen in the national capital on the occasion of Pungal and attending the same function as the Prime Minister? That is leading to questions, says Mr. Nandakumar.
Madhav, I genuinely accept this query. But one second, sir, please be calm. So having said that, Mr. Nandakumar's statements putting across the Parashakti team on the limelight by the Ministry of Broadcasting and Information Ministry. Having said that, the CBFC comes under the same Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, which is led by the central government. He has put his aspersions stating that there might be some kind of backdoor channel to release the Parashakti and to block the movie of Mr. Vijay. Having said that, whether Mr. Vijay, who hails that the ideological enemy is BJP, has opened his mouth, no, not even a single word or a single tweet came ahead of CBFC or criticizing Mr. Modi-led BJP government, which is their ideological enemy. So how come he is going to face the people of Tamil Nadu with his double act? Whether he is going to open the mouth, he hasn't even opened his mouth on Mandrega issue. He hasn't even opened his mouth on his Tripuram issue. He is not even opening his mouth on his own issue where 500 crores budget is being put down by his own producer. When he can't even save his own producer by opening the mouth and putting against his agony, his second thought of process against his Stallman, how come he is going to stand for the people of Tamil Nadu? This is a legitimate query, not even from the DMK or from the other parties. On his own merits, as a producer who's been getting suffered by his political ideologue or the ideologue which he seems to be his ideological enemy, he is putting a stallment over there. How come he is not even opening his mouth for the last 5 to 6 days now?
Respond to that. Respond to that, Nandkumar. What's causing the silence?
If you see the nature and behavior of Vijay doesn't want to politicize everything. Even the Karur incident, he didn't politicize it. He always believes in the course of law. He always believes in the due process. And this is all about, as I said earlier, it is about the process and it is not about parties or politics. And also the legal strategy is that of the producer team. Because there, as I said, there are 500 crores, and as you have initially mentioned in your opening brief, it is a lot of livelihoods, investments are at stake. So, and the democracy provides the right to every citizen to approach the court. The courts are existing for the very basic reason to establish freedom with responsibility.
Okay, Advocate Ali wants to respond to you.
Citizen, what is the wrong in approaching a court? He wants to move everything through the court of law.
Yes, I have an interference, please.
Yeah. Go ahead.
No. He says that Vijay never politicizes anything. He never politicizes anything. But the point is, after that Karur tragedy, even the chief minister who is responsible for the police, he gave an interview. In an interview, he made it very clear in a video that no one will be happy that his people should die. He made it very clear, and he held no one responsible for that. He never blamed Vijay as well. But after one or couple of days, Vijay released a video stating that, CM sir, I would be here in my office or in my home. If you want to arrest me, then you can arrest me. Don't touch my people. He started the blame game first. He politicized the tragedy.
Okay.
He was the one behind the politicization of tragedy. As Mr. Harish Mohammad Ibrahim said, he never utters a word against BJP. BJP is controlling the CBFC. I can give you a better example.
Okay.
I was the counsel who opposed the release of Kerala Story here in the Tamil Nadu. I was the counsel here. But I argued in the court, in the history of the Honorable High Court, films got banned, even those carried the disclaimer, fictional story. But the Kerala Story carried the disclaimer uncovering the truth that was kept hidden. Even those propaganda films were allowed by CBFC. But the Vijay's film, this particular Jana Nayagan film, they have made 2 claims. The CBFC had given 2 reasons for that. Why they are not letting it get released? They have given 2 reasons.
All right. Who's telling the truth? Who's telling the truth in this matter? Who's being economical with it? And how much of this is really political positioning at the end of the day? We'll have to leave it there. SS Sriram, Nandakumar, as well as Advocate Alim Al-Buhari, Harish Mohammad Ibrahim. I'd like to thank all of you for joining us this evening.